Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was...
She put the corpse in herself.
Yes, she put it inside herself. There's only one
She has a huge gaping vagina in which to hide things.
There's only one way the witness had the chance to see those scratches. Yes, what was it? Naturally, when she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself. The person who really hid the body in the trunk of that car was... Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it?
That's ridiculous. I could never. It was the man in the prison garb. He's the one that...
I don't think so, Ms. Foster. If Mr. Falls had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open.
But he stole the car.
He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light, which means that the key would have still been in the ignition.
Oh, I see.
Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Ms. Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. It couldn't have been Mr. Falls that put the body in the trunk.
Can I point something out real quick? Never mind.
What?
Next time she's pointing, just stop for a moment, please.
Okay.
Preposterous to even suggest that the witness put the body in there. If that were true, then how do you explain the photo that she took? The corpse could have only been put in the trunk when the incident occurred. We already know that at the time she was taking photographs.
Now is your chance, Mia. Finish this thing. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shutter for this may not have been pushed by Miss Foster herself.
Timer!
I don't think you can make a mistake about it. Take a look at her camera. It has a timer built into it, even a mini tripod. Almost as if the camera was brought just to take this picture.
What are you trying to say then, Miss Fay? That when the crime occurred, Mrs. Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed?
Well, if she really did use the camera's auto timer, the answer is yes, she was somewhere else. Exactly, she was not in the field. Would the defense please explain further?
Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? And answering that question will also make clear Miss Foster's true identity.
Well then, please answer the question. Where was Melissa Foster when the incident on the bridge occurred?
She was in the V circle.
Vagina circle! Naturally, the witness was right here. But that's where the victim, Ms. Hawthorne, was standing.
Rebel!
Order! Order! Order!
Milkshakes!
That's your last warning, Kyle! I will go Super Saiyan 5 on you!
Does that mean you'll actually get some of your hair back? Oh!
Bailiff!
Oh, no! Dave! Continue my legacy!
Man, that's a really easy way to deal with that with those guys. I wonder if any other judge will think of it.
Meanwhile, in the future, I feel like I'm missing some easy solution.
Your Honor, if I may.
Wait a minute, can I just say what was weird about my statement just now?
What?
Meanwhile, in the future.
I mean, alternate timelines? After partying with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car.
After partying with the victim?
Yes, they had lots of booze. But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the defendant met the victim.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't even get that either.
What do you mean? That's pretty easy to figure out. Well, asinine. Of course Mr. Falls met with the victim. Only a person with the opportunity to have put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls.
You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead.
Yep.
The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne.
Okay, so I'll point this out, Yash. You were like, That's not Valerie Hawthorne. You were right, except you were in the wrong photo. What?
Oh.
Never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life.
To be fair, I was thrown off because of the hair thing.
And who exactly is the victim in this photo?
I just said it, you dumbass. It's your own witness. What? Or what? It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster.
Me?
Cornered theme. Let's remember that it was raining and foggy on the mountain that day. Mr. Falls himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne.
The defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. No, he fucking didn't. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted.
But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in a federal penitentiary. He couldn't have remembered exactly what she looked like anymore.
You're just making this up as you go along. Where's your proof? The note.
Hi, Pot. I'm Kettle. You're Black.
Oh.
I've got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. At the time of the incident, Mr. Falls had forgotten what Valerie Hawthorne looked like because note! Mr. Falls had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification, namely this muddy scarf.
Ah!
It was Mr. Falls who requested that she wear this scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne. Even me! Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster? Or should I say, your true name? Your true name, Bitchface McGee!
No.
Did she die?
I don't know.
Well, we know she didn't, but...
Huh, well this is coming later than I expected.
Oh boy.
1 second.
Where's Miss Foster?
She evaporated. Oh, I mean, she's collecting herself in the lobby.
It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it.
That's
She
not
hid-
her name.
She doesn't know that yet. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim.
Question. How come Mia didn't recognize her whenever we had the first case?
She did.
Oh.
They recognized each other. It was like, hello, Miss Faye. Hello, Miss Hawthorne. Oh, you two know each other? It's not important.
I'm shocked you remember that.
I edited that not too long ago, very recently.
Hacks.
She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together.
And then she had that fake sex tape online to get her publicity. The only question is, why did you do it?
Well, isn't that obvious? She's the true criminal. You've been hit by a true criminal.
Huh.
Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. Until then, this court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are instructed to wait in the lobby. Yes, Your Honor.
Understood.
Very well. This court is in recess. To be continued.
I think we're about halfway.
Yeah, and bearing in mind the phone call. So, that lowers how long technically we've been at this for.
February.
I always found that so weird.
Me too. It sucks. That R isn't even pronounced.
This feels like, oh god! I'm sorry. I want to say thanks. You're real good. You really hooked me up. Thanks. We're almost there. Once I prove that she committed the crime, he doesn't have the chain on his arm anymore.
No, it's still over there. Look.
It's not connected to anything.
Oh, sorry. I don't think it ever has been. I think you were thinking of the handcuffs that are on his other hand.
I thought the handcuffs there, I thought it went down and then connected to the ball.
Nah, two different things. Yep, there's one more big obstacle we gotta get past.
The obstacle?
Yeah, motive. Why would Melissa Foster want to kill that policewoman?
Motive, huh?
Anyway, we're still badly in need of information.
Information, right.
What we need the most info about is Miss Melissa Foster herself. All we know is that she's a student studying literature. And one more thing.
What is it?
Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago, of course. Kidnap murder case of that zebra boy's on death row for.
I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. Mr. Falls, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago. Okay, I trust you. That day 5 years ago, I dream of it every day. This picture, it reminds me everything. Bridge looks same, just like then, 5 years ago. Like it could fall apart any minute. So it's been broken like that for at least 5 years.
Sorry, buddy, but you sound like the one that could fall apart at any minute.
True, I did kidnap her. 5 years ago. I kidnapped my girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Well, fuck.
Your girlfriend, huh?
Hey, hold on there. Did you say Hawthorne?
The victim's last name. Dahlia Hawthorne, Valerie's little sister. What? Are you serious?
They look nothing alike.
The girl, let her go. Shut up. Come closer, and I kill her. Sorry. You're not going to get the chance. The detective back then was Valerie Hawthorne. At first I thought shooting someone for a kidnapping was crossing the line, but if it was to protect her little sister, I can understand why she did it. Wrong! No protect sister! Valerie betrayed me! Betray us! What do you mean she betrayed you? Everything. All lies. All make-believe. Kidnapping, too. A make-believe kidnapping? Dahlia, my girlfriend, my love, my teen angel. Did he actually say my teen angel? He's seen one too many soap operas. I do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says. Well, fuck. Anything Dahlia says? Hold on a minute. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by... Yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie, too. Valerie was in on it? Dahlia's family rich. Jewelry business. We get one jewel. That's what we thought. Me and Dahlia wrote kidnap note. We send to her dad. As for $2 million diamond, tell him make exchange on Dusky Bridge. We tell him Valerie make transfer cause she knew detective.
Having a police detective in your pocket is a useful thing, alright. In the end, you were planning on splitting the 2 million 3 ways, huh?
Someone was gonna get a lot of pennies. Yeah, but that woman... That woman, Valerie, she do it for real. She shoot at me for real. Me and Dahlia.
Who fell?
I was shot in arm. Dahlia, she jump in river.
Oh, well, there. Did he not see Dahlia up there?
Jump? It's been 5 years.
Fair enough.
You don't mean she jumped on purpose, do you? I couldn't do it. I could never push her. Anyway, I blacked out. Wake up with police all over.
And that's when they decided to give you the death sentence.
I couldn't believe it. That woman, she betrayed me. That man, Terry Falls, he killed her. He threw her off the bridge. He threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below. These 5 years, all I wonder is, why? Why?
W.
Why did she lie? That's all I want to know.
So that's why you called her. You wanted to hear the truth from Valerie herself.
Yes, but I forget what she looked like, so I tell her to wear scarf. I don't want to hurt her. Just ask why. Why? Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? I just want to hear answer come from her mouth, that's all. So that's why. That's why you made a crazy escape like that.
Just one more thing, zebra boy. My senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Falls, where is it?
Huh? Where's what?
Come on now, kitten. The ransom, the $2 million diamond. Remember that now? Did you give it back to Pops? Did the police take it?
I don't know. Huh? You don't know? No, really. I don't know. It's gone. With Dahlia. With Dahlia? That day, on the bridge. Dahlia put it in backpack. Now gone with Dahlia. Gone forever. Into Eagle River. It disappeared with Dahlia, huh? Wait a minute. You can come back in now. We're about ready to go. Mr. Falls, just one more question. When you said with Dahlia, do you mean the diamond is still missing? Along with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne? Never found her, my sweet Dahlia. They never found her. Swallowed by river. Gone. Dahlia. My teen angel.
Your teen angel. How old was she anyway?
Just 14. 14? Guess you were robbing cradles before diamonds.
She planned a fake kidnapping and disappears into the river with a rock worth $2 million. Man, oh man, angels these days.
Falls takes the fall and gets a one-way ticket to death row. Is Dahlia Hawthorne an angel, or is she really a
demon? It's time, kitten. Looks like we have a few more aces up our sleeve now.
You bet. Oh,
hey,
look,
we got the diamond. Found it.
Found it. Hey guys, we did it.
Training wheels come off now, Mia. You gotta strike while the iron is hot.
Okay.
It's one of my rules. Remember it.
Now we have to figure out how the hell she survived that river.
Well, we have a lot of people that supposedly died and came back. Like Dahlia, and probably Godot.
Now then, let's continue with the trial of Mr. Terry Falls.
Zombie!
Witness, are you feeling better? You're a brave young lady. Not this again.
I can understand a defense lawyer wanting to get our client off the hook. However, why the fuck is my phone ringing again? However, trying to pin the crime on an innocent student is,
What are you talking about?
My witness is not the person on trial here. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime, that's all. A possible reason... Damn it, Godot, your accent is freaking contagious. Possible reason would a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman?
It's certainly hard to imagine this woman is a murderer. Her motive, huh? I figured that's what I had to establish next.
Money.
Well, Miss Faye, do you have any evidence of a motive?
Yes.
Yes, of course. I think.
You're still acting as tame as a kitten. Kitten.
Mr. Armando.
Listen. Lawyer's someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted in knots is the mark of a pro.
Be so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that.
Damn fine. Excuse me, may I speak, Mr. Judge?
No.
Damn.
Of course. Mr. Judge is ready anytime you like. That's the name of my penis.
I'd like to say something. Some people in here are suspicious of me, right? That's why. I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that's not true.
I see. You're such an honest and upstanding young lady.
Looks like this witness is a wheel professional.
Well, what do you mean, Elmer Fudd?
Look at that 100-watt smile. Just when things are darkest for her. Click, she lights right up.
Very well then, let's hear what the witness has to say. I'm so not used to being the judge. Melissa Foster's history.
I was out of the country until the year before last, Bull. Until I entered college, I had never been to Mount Eagle before, Bull. And I certainly didn't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer, Bull. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago.
Not a complete sentence cannot determine if Bull.
Or kidnapping a poor girl. I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster.
Ah, yes, Bull. Out of the country, eh?
Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder.
Indeed.
You're at the bat, kitten. Sharpen those claws and pull out your best smile.
You bet. Somehow, I have to tire to this case. Are you Dahlia Hawthorne? Yes.
What is your name? Now, this might be one of those ones where we need to press to actually get, like, the right statement, because none of these particularly stood out to me as ones that tie, like, directly to evidence we have, because we can't just say, the diamond, because you'll just be like, what?
So, what country were you living in, then?
Bitch in France. We were all living abroad, and after my parents were killed.
It was a brutal civil war. She truly had to try and make her way back home alone.
I lost everything. I didn't even have any personal identification.
No, she started over.
What kind of sob story is this? What do I do? Should I press for details? Yeah! Witness, answer my question.
Where the fuck were you?
What country were you in?
Your Honor, this line of questioning is childish. What country she was in and how many languages she may speak are irrelevant here. Why did you bring that up? What we're here to evaluate is whether this witness has any connection to this case.
I didn't know ever since I was a little girl. That's why I could never have known Mr. Falls or Detective Hawthorne.
Yes, I think we've established that point.
Yes, indeed. Well then, shall we add what you've just stated to the official testimony?
Yes, please, Mr. Judge. Naturally, I didn't know either the victim or the defendant.
Okay, we don't know she's Dahlia yet. Bear this in mind. Which is very, very annoying.
Okay. Let's see. What is this photograph?
Yes,
How did she know it was the key witness in the case 5 years ago?
Huh?
Later on in her testimony, she mentioned how he's a monster for wanting to kill the person who testified against him 5 years ago. How did she know that? How did she know both those things?
A grudge.
Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death, which apparently takes over 5 years to carry out.
Yes, and that's precisely why he harbored such a deep anger towards her. Such anger that he forgot his own guilt.
My client has always maintained that he's innocent of those charges.
He seems rather forgetful. Your client, I mean.
Why do you say that?
Not only did he forget about what he did, he forgot about the poor policewoman as well.
What do you mean by that?
Probably the scarf thing.
Your client, he forgot what the detective looked like, right? It's too bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well.
Well, she's right about that. Mr. Falls is kind of forgetful.
Push.
You said he forgot what the detective looked like. What did you mean by that?
Well, he couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right?
Quite right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as identification, and why he probably doesn't recognize you as his lover.
Why, if I had been wearing a white scarf that day, then he probably would have tried to kill me.
You were, but he didn't. That's true. He's clearly a bitter man.
What the fuck?
This is bad. Mr. Falls' reputation just keeps getting worse and worse. Sometimes it's best not to poke too deep. What should I do with that last statement?
Add everything.
Your Honor, what the witness said just now was tremendously important. I'd like it added to the official testimony.
The prosecution has no objection. After all, the defendant is a killer, and a mentally unbalanced one at that. Testimony only helps to further prove that point.
No, that's not why I... Enough. Witness, if you would.
My pleasure, Mr. Judge. Except we think she was, but that doesn't actually prove shit.
You didn't know either person. Are you certain of that?
Also, the kidnapping one was the other one I think we should press.
Yes, I'm afraid I'm rather shy around people.
Oh well, that can't be helped. Why is he just agreeing with everything that comes out of her mouth? The first time you saw either of them was when they were on the bridge, correct?
Yes, it really was a coincidence.
I'm gonna press everything.
Wait.
It's just...
Could you at least start with the one I suggested?
What do we present on it?
I said press.
Why don't we just... Too late. So what made you decide to go to Eagle Mountain anyway?
The flowers.
I just love being outdoors, picnics, hiking, photographing wildflowers in winter.
You don't look like much of a hiker to me, but you do look like a digger of sorts.
Oh!
But Eagle Mountain is a 2-hour drive from here and no trains run through there. There are plenty of mountains that are closer and easier to get to.
Well, I went there once with the college risen bed at a hiking club. I fell in love with its stark, desolate beauty and its cold yet romantic good blah blah blah.
By the way, what's the name of your college?
I don't fucking care. Prosecution objects to any questions, and all that matters is that she is a material witness to a crime.
You summed it up with "I don't care."
Witness doesn't need to respond to questions that are clearly malicious in intent.
Thank you. She's really gone too far.
Miss Faye, you're treading on thin ice here. I hardly said anything. Talk about sensitive. What is this, Tumblr?
Okay. Where's the kidnapping one?
You knew about that incident, but weren't you out of the country until the year before last?
Well, I saw a report about the escaped convict on the news. They had an in-depth report about his whole history.
Well, damn it.
So you were still living abroad 5 years ago, is that right?
Yes.
I can't let her get away with these lies.
Listen to me. She's neck deep in this whole thing. Somehow you're just going to have to get her to show the court her true self. No reason for wanting to hurt a police officer.
Perhaps, but your behavior that day was very suspicious. Not only have you contradicted yourself here in court, but you know things you shouldn't. For example, the scratches on the trunk of the car.
Well, that's...
I don't care. Unfortunately, Miss Faye, your last statement proves nothing.
Oh, really? And why is that?
The witness came to the police station once to identify the suspect. It's entirely possible that, at that time, an officer showed her this photo.
It seems like a rather serious mistake.
It's the oldest trick in the prosecutor's book.
That's not fair.
That wicked inmate. I'll never be able to forget that horrible day.
The word forget's being tossed around a lot.
What do you mean by lucky?
Well, it's February now. Everyone is wearing scarves. If I had accidentally worn a white scarf like he said...
And you yourself might have been killed.
It would have been a terrible loss for this world.
Looks like you pressed too hard this time, kitten. How hard did you push the button, Yosh? Keep looking around you and you're going to lose sight of the finish line. Justice is blind, but she's not deaf. Sometimes you have to know when not to talk. He's getting annoyed at you for pressing everything.
Deal with it.
I don't know.
I feel like this is definitely not the time for the diamond, though, you know?
Hmm. Never even been to Eagle Mountain before. Hmm.
We pressed everything out of order, too.
Oh,
This might be one of those times where we're supposed to press something and then go back and press something else that we've already pressed.
I don't know where she said she'd never been to Eagle Mountain before, because she just said she went over there before with a friend from the hiking club.
It was part of the college thing that she said. She said she'd never been there before college. In fact, it's part of the exact same testimony.
Eh.
Okay, I'm gonna try something. You didn't know either person. Are you certain of that?
I thought you said you pressed everything. Oh, we did. Really was a coincidence. Again, she knows way too much. Oh, the note, Dahlia, she knows them.
Oh,
Oh wait, that says Dahlia, not Melissa. Never mind. Damn it. We still know who she is, so we can't use it.
Ah, this is really annoying.
This is frustrating. Out of the country.
You know, I'm gonna press everything again. Alright, we have to present evidence on something.
Okay,
Alright, obviously it's not our badge, and I don't think it's time for the Okay, I'm gonna try one thing, okay? Because I've wanted to do this since the beginning.
we have the Dahlia Hawthorne thing.
I've wanted to do this since the beginning. Just let me do this. Okay, it is not that. I just wanted to know if maybe I could say something like, you learned about this diamond. I thought she had it.
Could we present Dahlia on any of these? Not the note, like the Dahlia.
I know, but I wanted to run that.
Never even had.
We know nothing about Dahlia right now. Bear this in mind. Like we don't know the two of them are the same person. We being Mia.
Yeah.
It's so confusing between what Mia knows and what we know.
Because we know a lot more.
Because we've seen the future.
Okay, let's try and narrow these down one at a time, like by statements. Okay, so pretty sure it's not this first one.
Maybe. Not this one. Because, let's face it, she probably hasn't been to the mountain before.
And we're still on the establishing motive point. Certainly don't have any reason. That seems like a good motive one. Key witness in this case. Fell from bridge, nobody found. Never worn by the victim. Taken by the witness.
I'm just gonna try one thing. It's kind of stupid.
Holding a grudge. Lucky wearing wasn't white scarf.
Hey, I found it.
Really?
Witness, I want you to look at this photo you took.
Look at this graph.
It's hard to see in the photo, but look at the scarf the victim wore as identification.
Is it literally just because it's not white?
I think so.
God damn,
hey, you were talking about this. Hey, you're talking about this scarf right here, eh?
Stupid. Yes, that's it. The scarf the policewoman was wearing. It's blue.
I've got her now. Just don't mess up. But that's strange.
Oh, I got it. She knew the scarf was supposed to be white. She shouldn't have known that.
Yeah. You do realize you're doing it again, Rhino.
Sorry.
Admittedly, this time it's the game rather than me, but... Like, I'm pretty sure that's going to be said within the next 60 seconds.
I'm just saying I
Your
figured it out.
testimony,
At least.
stalling me out is not going to count, Rhino. The next 60 seconds starting now. In your testimony, you stated the following. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. Wait. This is the scarf you identified as belonging to the victim. But it certainly doesn't look white to me.
Rebel. It was foggy that day, and raining as well. I'm not surprised she mistook it for white.
Sorry, but not this time. The witness just confirmed that this was the victim's scarf. Yes, but what's the significance? It's true that the scarf doesn't look white, but there's only one explanation for this mix-up. The reason why the witness thought the scarf was white is...
The fucking note!
Witness, have you ever seen this note?
You know, something occurs to me. What? What?
Well, you stalled, Rhino. You stalled us.
Did I?
From the 60 seconds. Like, I hovered on the text and you just sat there.
For like half a second, but just because something just occurred to me.
What?
I think freaking what's her face sister of Dahlia knew she was alive because she mentioned talking to her in her note.
Yeah, probably.
So I just wanted to point that out because I feel like that's important.
All right. Also, if you like, I am just joking with this whole like, yeah, within 60 seconds thing. But if you had read your text immediately and I moved on because of the text that's currently right here, it would have been within 60 seconds. It's top secret evidence. There's no reason that you would have. See? I did it. I called it. I wonder about that. I don't know why I got so worked up over it. It was like Von Karma in the first game.
What do you mean?
This note shows Mr. Fall's instructions to the victim regarding their meeting. It says, wear white scarf for identification.
White scarf.
Witness, you knew what this note said. There's no other possible reason for you to mistake the scarf's color.
Those are sex
Well, Miss
noises.
Foster? Alright, what were you trying to say about her pointing?
Okay, so just because it bugs me, I hate that her pointing pose on the button is different from her actual pointing pose.
It's not.
Yes, it is. Look at her arm. Her finger isn't bent, and also her finger is a lot fatter on the button, and her mouth isn't open. It bugs me. Also, her fist is a different shape. No! Sorry, it just bugs me. Order! Can I have a case of candy?
Okay, fine. Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm waiting for an explanation.
I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public.
And yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people that knew were quite limited. Terry Falls is one, the person who wrote the note, Valerie Hawthorne, is another, and finally, one more person. Whoosh! Boom, boom,